There's a lot of Roblox anime games that do good, but then there's a lot of Roblox anime games that do bad. And today we're going to be going over 5 Roblox anime games that dropped this year but didn't do so well. Now don't forget, this is my opinion. Don't take this to heart and enjoy the vid. Now for number 1 we have is Pixel Piece. Now Pixel Piece was a pretty unique game and very outstanding when it came to looks, since it was a One Piece game made with pixels, and that was something we've never seen before. But if you put all that to the side and really played Pixel Piece, it was literally just another GPO, but just 2 times worse, which really made the game die as fast as it did. It had horrible progression, just like every other One Piece game, you know, the same old bandit beating. And I feel like that's where it hurt them the most, because they did say that they were gonna break the Roblox One Piece game curse, but they didn't. They did the absolute opposite of that, and I feel like that's what really killed their game. On top of that, they had a very bad release. You know, a lot of shutdowns, a lot of bugs, had very boring and basic combat with no new type of mechanics at all, which people really didn't like. The game was extremely laggy and very unplayable, and even if you were in a private server, you're still gonna feel that lag. And also, if you combine the trash combat and all of this lag, it really just made the combat 2 times as worse. It made the combat very unfun. Pixel Piece's main boss that actually looks really cool and thought would be really fun is actually one of the most boring bosses that I've ever seen. The gorilla didn't even move, and its attack pattern wasn't so good. And by the way, you had to fight this boss 5 times to obtain Haki, and this boss only spawned at night. So you would basically have to wait forever or just do a lot of server hopping if you didn't have that one game pass that allowed to spawn bosses, which was very frustrating. And then after fighting him 5 times and attaining your Haki, that's where the content ended. All that was really left in the game for you to do was just level up. And also PvP, but PvP wasn't really that fun. And then after all this, they dropped the update 1, which was very disappointing, and then the game shut down. But then the game has released, but then it doesn't have that, you know, that hype anymore. It looks like everybody has forgot about it, and it's not really that good. So yeah. They probably could make, you know, a Pixel Piece 2, which is actually really good, which is different from all the One Piece game, because I really think Pixel Piece has potential because, you know, it was different. Like a One Piece game with pixels, we've never seen that before, but, you know, they low-key sold, and now, you know, the game failed and died. But maybe it might have a crazy redemption. For number 2, we have is Wisteria 2. Now, this game I feel like could have been really good, but because of how unfinished it was, it didn't turn out like that. And I feel like if the game would have released during summer, I really think that could have been a pretty good game. But sadly, they rushed the release. 95% of the game's clans didn't even do anything. So not gonna lie, if you were spending your money on clans, you basically wasted your money. The game didn't even come out with Blood Demon Arts. Yes, the game did not come out with Blood Demon Arts. So you basically were playing Slayer. Like, come on, Wisteria 2. You couldn't at least waited to drop Blood Demon Arts at least? Like, you did not have to rush. But that's not even the worst part about Wisteria 2. The worst part is the main part of the game, the progression. And the progression literally screams out premium payouts. Now, the early stages of progression isn't really that crazy. It's pretty easy to level up. But down the line, your insanity starts to crumble. There was a point in the progression where you had to run around the map aimlessly to find a demon that spawns anywhere in Wisteria 2's big-ass map, and the demon literally wasn't even a guaranteed spawn. And it only spawned at night, so if you missed the night, you would have to just wait in the server until it turns night again, or you would just have to do a lot of server hopping for a demon that probably wasn't even going to spawn. And by the way, you have to do this 2 times. Yes, you had to find this demon 2 times, and Revolver Ags ran around the map and server hopped for 4 hours and didn't even find one. Like, I honestly just feel bad for all the demon slayers that went through all of this, because you guys do not deserve this at all. And when it comes to the demons, I also feel bad as well, because you guys had to progress with no demon art at all. And then you guys are just stuck doing very tedious quests that I know you guys hated. And on top of all of this, this game had absolutely no content, man. And with just all the problems just increasing, the game shut down. Which was pretty sad because, you know, this game really could have been amazing, but, you know, they decided to rush their release and everything went wrong. But if they do plan on making Wisteria 3, I just hope that they just don't rush their release and actually make sure the game is finished, because this was not it. For number 3, we have is Red Weeb's game, Shinobi Battlegrounds. It's kind of crazy how you can talk trash about games like Arcane Odyssey and then talk trash about other Roblox anime YouTubers that have also made a game like Axior and then drop something like Shinobi Battlegrounds, which is absolutely insane to me. Like, come on, how do you make fun of Axior and then drop a game worse than his? It just doesn't make sense. You make fun of Arcane Odyssey saying their combat is trash, but then your combat was atrocious. You quit YouTube because of all the trash Roblox anime games that were coming out, but then you released one yourself. You made fun of Arcane Odyssey saying the game looks mid, but then your game looks like it was made in 2013. And now I know developing isn't easy. I know he made the game in like 1 or 2 months, but then he made the game, hyped up the game, then pushed it out to everybody, which was a game similar to all the Roblox games that made you quit. And I know I'm not over exaggerating or doing too much because this game literally died in 2 days. And a game doesn't die in 2 days for no reason. We all know this. The game was literally trash. And also, I know this isn't his main game. His main game is Anime United, but after seeing Shinobi Battlegrounds, there's a high chance that it might end up trash, but I doubt it will be. After dropping Shinobi Battlegrounds, he knows damn well that he has to lock in and he can't drop something like that again, so I doubt it'll be trash. And I honestly think that he shouldn't revamp Shinobi Battlegrounds. I think that he should just focus on Anime United. But maybe this revamp might be crazy, but we'll see. For number 4, we have is Axior's game Fruit Warriors. No way you say you can release a better game than Rel C's? Like, we're talking about the Rel brothers here. And then release a worser version of Blox Fruits. It just doesn't make sense, man. Because unfinished Rel C's is better than a finished Fruit Warriors with multiple updates on it. But then I thought that Fruit Warriors was supposed to be a better game than Rel C's. Rel C's hasn't even came out, and we already know that Rel C's is going to be a way better game. But honestly, there really isn't much to say about this game. It's literally just a worse version of Blox Fruits. So none of us should be surprised that this game died. Like, come on, we shouldn't be surprised at all. Finally, for number 5, we have is Anime Showdown. This game was seen as the anime battle arena killer, but unfortunately, it couldn't do that. The game was paid access, so that automatically resulted to them having less players. And on top of that, the game wasn't really paid access material. But since the game was paid access, the game needed to drop a good amount of content so more players could keep coming and so players could keep playing. But the game only dropped with less than 15 characters, which will result in less players playing and less players coming. Because if you compare the amount of characters Anime Showdown dropped with to Anime Battle Arena and Heaven's Arena, it will really get you thinking, why didn't Anime Showdown drop with more characters? But this just goes to show that Anime Showdown should have just dropped free instead of paid access, because me personally, I think that Anime Showdown is the better game. And if the game would have dropped free, I feel like that it would have gotten more players than ABA. But the game being paid access and them taking so long to drop some characters was really stopping them from doing that. And then the game decided to shut down, but it is re-releasing, so I can't wait to see how much the game has changed. I personally think that the game should drop with like 15 through 25 characters, and if they really want to be different from all these anime battleground games, they should just drop a battle royale game mode. I don't know how they do that, but hey man, that would be something completely different from all these anime battleground games. And it also should drop free. No more paid access, it should drop free. So yeah, those are the 5 Roblox anime games that released this year but didn't do so well. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, and have a nice day.